So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of ZGN Talks, and today we will be talking about how to build an e-commerce business for beginners. So a quick explanation of what e-commerce actually is. It is the buying or selling of goods/services online. So you can have a flower company, you could be selling flowers online, you could be doing some flower delivery service, and that is considered e-commerce. But when it comes to actually creating your own website, creating your own product, and going ahead and promoting it, you need a lot of money to start off with that. If you just come up with your own ideas, such as stickers for cars, you want to make your own customizable stickers and sell them, well, you're starting something from scratch without any proven concept. And in that sense, you need a lot of capital to start. You need to bring attention to your business. You need to dump in a lot of money into advertisements. You need to use a lot of word of mouth, and it will just be a long, tedious process, which again, that is how you can monopolize in a sense, maybe not with car stickers, but when you're first starting out, maybe you don't have a lot of money to start with, you need to look at stuff that's already working for other people. So when it comes to Emiliano and I, we've tried Shopify, eBay, and Amazon, and we currently sell on Amazon. We have been for the past 2 years because that is where we experienced most of our success. But before actually choosing what kind of e-commerce business model you need to approach or want to approach, it's important to understand each of these business models. So with Shopify itself is a platform on which you can build a website to sell through. But through Shopify, a lot of people use that platform to build drop shipping stores. Drop shipping is pretty much the process of you listing a product or starting a website with the product on it, promoting it, and then when someone buys that product from you, you go ahead to the supplier and send off the product to the customer. So you sell high and buy low. So when it comes to Shopify and starting your own website, you need to, again, make your own website. You need to promote the product. You need to dump a lot of money into advertisements. But with Amazon, it's much different. It's the same concept, but in this sense, you don't need to spend any money on advertisements because you're already selling products that are branded and in demand. Now, eBay is much different because with eBay, you need to pretty much buy products in bulk and resell them. So these are the main business models that we use or used when it comes to e-commerce. We started off with Shopify, dove into eBay, and then did Amazon FBA along with drop shipping.
Now, the second thing, Mitch, I really want to stress is you have to understand your finances when you're going to e-commerce and when you're building a business. You have to know how much money you make in a month, what are your monthly expenses, and what amount you're willing to invest into creating a business. Now, you might be making 10K a month, but if you're spending 10K, you really shouldn't be getting into business because you don't really have any liquidity every single month to really dump into business. And, getting down to what you want to invest in e-commerce and in business, you never want to invest what you can't afford to lose. And as Mitch said earlier with Shopify, most people don't understand about Shopify is for dropshipping on Shopify, you actually need to spend money on ads before you get a sale. And when you compare platforms like Shopify, dropshipping, and selling on eBay or doing Amazon FBA, there are very, very different capital requirements for when you're just dropshipping on Amazon, which requires much less liquidity.
So now that you better understand these e-commerce business models and that you need to figure out your finances before actually diving into these business models, because some of them involve less capital than others, it's important to understand this one thing, because if you don't understand it, then business isn't for you. You're going to fail. You're going to waste a lot of money. You're going to lose a lot of time, and you need to focus on one thing and one thing only for at least 1 year. And Emiliano and I, we've made this mistake. We started off with Shopify, and then after probably half a year of doing it, we ended up transitioning into a different e-commerce business model. And when Emiliano and I made that switch, we realized the importance of focusing on one thing, because the longer we focus on something, the better results we get. And the reality in life is that most people are willing to work a 9-to-5 job for 40 years in the corporate world. And you're telling me that you're willing to work a 9-to-5 job for 40 years, but you're not willing to pursue business for at least a year and risk losing some money? Because the reality is that most people will try business for a month, lose money because they don't know what they're doing, and then they give up and then spend the rest of their life doing something that they do not enjoy. And that segues into my point of focusing on one thing and one thing only, because if you focus on it long enough and you apply the right information, You need to understand the fact that you can't just pursue something for 1 year because it won't make a difference if you're applying the wrong information. So you need to apply the right information, network with people that know what they're doing and are at a point where you want to be, and don't listen to what everyone else is telling you, because if you listen to those that haven't done what you want to do, you'll end up just like them and not doing it. And this really hits hard when you're pursuing a certain business model, because you want to network with people that know how to use this business model and have gotten proven results with it, because they have the right information, they know what to do. And if you listen to them, get the right information, and apply it for a year straight, you will inevitably get good results. And lastly, don't be scared of risking money, because with risk, there is a reward. And in business, if you're scared to risk, well, then don't even think about business. If you're scared of losing money at all, you have other problems in your life to worry about, and don't even be thinking about business.
And lastly, if you're getting into e-commerce, you have to learn how to systemize. Now, Mitch and I first started selling on Amazon, selling on eBay. We pretty much did everything ourselves. We did product research, we uploaded products, we filled orders, we took care of customer service. All this stuff was just done by Mitch and I. And, as we've really grown our e-commerce businesses, we've obviously hired people out, and, we've systemized our process to where now we don't spend not even close to as much time as we used to on, these platforms. And now we pretty much don't even spend anywhere close to the time that we used to spend, taking care of customer service, doing all these other things. And at the end of the day, whether or not you're in business or whether or not, it's just decide if you want to get into business, you have to realize how to optimize your opportunity cost. You have to evaluate, is going to e-commerce, is going to business really worth it for me, or is there more opportunity somewhere else? For instance, if you're in Stanford and, you want to be a lawyer, should you really be getting into e-commerce if law is what you're passionate about and that's what's going to make, $500,000 when you get out of school? You really have to weigh the opportunity cost. You have to weigh the pros and the cons of, the valuation of your time. And, kind of relating to how I said systemization earlier, you have to kind of relate that same exact principle to, figuring out, do you want to get into business, or do you want to go to college, or do you want to work a 9 to 5, or do you want to try risking it all? At the end of the day, it's really up to you and where you value your time.
So yeah, if you got any sort of value out of this video, please go ahead and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and also go ahead and subscribe and comment down below what you thought about this video. Again, our Instagrams are down in the description below. Go ahead and contact us, network with us. Let us know if you think we're right or wrong. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.
Adios.